He is presently pursuing additional studies in graphic design at the SBCS school. Let us put Rishi to work in Caratal, Tortuga. And our next candidate is Mr. Inarjit C. Prasad, Balmain, Calcutta number 2. Inarjit, also known as Super, is a well-known, long-serving community activist. He has given over 20 years service to the Balmain Village Council, Breakaway Sports Club, and Athletic Central. Super is a former alderman of the Couva Tabaki Corporation and is a member of the Couva Carnival Committee. Let's hear it again for Inarjit C. Prasad, Balmain, Calcutta number 2. Our next candidate is Hadid Ali of Breton Castle, Esperanza. Born in Esperanza Village, California, Hadid Ali is most popularly known for his involvement in cricket, being the secretary of the Central Zone Council of the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board. He is a sponsor of sports clubs within his community and is working within the community in projects to enrich the lives of the residents. Let's hear it again. Hadid Ali, Breton Castle, Esperanza. And our next candidate is Farali Prasad Mohammad, Piparo, San Pedro, Tabakit. Farali was born and raised in Tabakit. She's an entrepreneur, balancing her business while being a mother and wife. She has quietly contributed to our community in programs for children in her area and also to helping the needy over the past several years. Farali says she wants to have a 24-hour health service and children's clinic in Tabakit. Let's give her a round of applause. Farali Prasad Mohammad, Piparo, San Pedro, Tabakit. And I now invite Mrs. Angie Mohammad, the candidate for Las Lomas San Rafael, to bring greetings on behalf of our first batch of candidates. Please welcome Angie Mohammad.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of the head table, my political leader and next Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Mr. Jack Austin Warner. A pleasant good night to you, my brothers and sisters. My name is Angie Mohammad. I am the candidate for Las Lomas San Rafael. Tonight, I'm going to highlight 5 items that have been affecting our lives in the Couva Tabaki Talparo Regional Corporation. The first one, brothers and sisters, is flooding. Yes, flooding. Our people have been suffering for a very long time now, and for the UNC lead corporation to alleviate this problem that we face. Whenever the rain falls, our homes, schools, and communities are being flooded out, and this has been a leading problem in our community. It is a health risk, and our people has to face a lot of problems. The problems are rat infestation, dengue fever, and cholera, to name a few. I know you will all agree with me when I say that our healthcare system is in a bad state. Our health centers need to be open to the public 24 hours per day and not just 2 days per week. This is affecting our children's education when they have to stay away from school to be immunized. I tell you, take to listen. In my own electoral district, 90% of the people do not have a proper recreation facility. In my electoral district of Las Lomas San Rafael, the councillor, Mr. Danraj Sarup, oversees the project on the netball court at the Las Lomas No. 2 recreation ground. And when it drizzles, not fall, my brothers and sisters, part of the netball court started to sink. Ladies, I tell you, when you go into that netball court, please do not wear your high heel, or else, you know what's going to happen? You're going to need a new shoe. So I tell you, I wonder who was on the UNC screening committee when they selected Mr. Danraj Sarup. Last week, while campaigning in Mont Plaisir Road, I met with my opponent, Mr. Sarup. The villagers were complaining about a totally mashed up road, which had been this way for the past 25 years. Listen, brothers and sisters, listen to what he told them when they asked, when is the road going to be fixed? His response was, well, we going to see to fix it after the election. I tell you, my brothers and sisters, he will never get the opportunity to fix that road. Do you know why? Not only will he be politically destroyed by me, Angie Mohammad, but the next day, I, together with the ILP coordinating team, gave 3 loads of milling to fix the road. That road in Mont Plaisir River Road is now accessible, and when the rain falls, the residents no longer have to walk through knee-high water. If that is not performance, my friends, what is? And don't talk about crime. This is a big problem by itself. And because I don't have enough time to say it all tonight, I will leave it up to my political leader and next Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, to deal with them. I thank you. Good night.
I rock it. I rock it with Jack. He moving forward.
Let's give another round of applause to Miss Angie Mohammad, Las Lomas San Rafael. Before we move on to our second batch of candidates tonight, I just want to quickly tell you that not only must all our candidates win their seat, but we must ensure that they win by very large margins. The reason behind that is that we do not want the UNC, the PNM, or any other party to sneak in any aldermen into the corporations. Under the new system for appointing aldermen, the losers, if they get enough votes, they can get 1 or 2 or 3 aldermen into the corporation. And they will send these aldermen to frustrate the work of our ILP councillors. We must not take any chances. And therefore, we must put our full support behind each and every ILP candidate. I now want to introduce you to our second batch of candidates. And first up, we have Mr. Wendel Grant for Bonaventure Gasperlo. Wendel is a health and safety consultant and trainer. He studied at Caribbean Union College and he possesses NIBOSH certification. Next up, Mr. Angus Miguel, our candidate for Caparo Mamoral. Angus is a retired teacher from his hometown in Caparo. He possesses a diploma in teaching, other certifications. He is a level 2 cricket coach with the West Indies Cricket Board. Please welcome now Ms. Shamon Mohammad, our candidate for Longdonville Talparo. Shamon hails from Brazil Village and is currently employed as a lab technician. She is a graduate of the University of West Indies with a BSc in chemistry. She is inspired by a political leader and she intends to serve her community with openness, transparency, equity, honesty, loyalty, and with grace. Our next candidate is Justice of the Peace, Mr. Stephen Ramkisoon. Mr. Ramkisoon has been a Justice of the Peace for the past 22 years. He's a successful businessman, former president of the Trinidad and Tobago Aqua Training Institute and the Orange Valley Fishing Association. He is a land management consultant and a former employee of Caroni Limited. Let's hear it for Mr. Stephen Ramkisoon, Justice of the Peace, and our Councillor to be for California Point Lisas. I now wish to invite Mr. Wendel Grant, the candidate for Gospel of Bonaventure, to bring greetings on behalf of our second batch of candidates. Welcome, Wendel.
Wait. Could I say this, please? God blessings to each and every one. Assalamu alaikum and sitaram. To my head table, my leader, interim leaders, fellow winners, candidates. Wait. Look at people! I came up here to wish my fellow colleagues winning, congratulations, support. And when I see so many people here, all I could tell them, all the 14 candidates, will you all stand up and give the crowd a round of applause? I feel, ladies and gentlemen, on a serious note, you all know I am Bonaventure Gospel Tabakit, right? And you all know the head of the Kabbalist is the MP for Tabakit. I don't want to even talk about the Kabbalists, because I don't want to waste my time and your time talking about a nothing. But what I'm saying, when you go to the polls and you put your X to the ILP, know you feel great, know you feel proud, know you have done your country great. Great is the ILP. The speech I wrote today was a speech of love, because I see so many different races, so many beautiful faces in one place, in one area, come together as one, to share, to unite, to fight for freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, I hot just like my brother from Tobago, but you know what? I ain't talking that tonight. Not tonight. I'm not talking that tonight. Thank you. God bless ILP.
So, who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? The Green Brigade. Yes, they woke up.
Give him another round of applause. Come on. That was Mr. Wendel Grant. My brothers and sisters, as I told you, We need all our candidates to win because we want to put them to work in Couva Tabakit Corporation. Ragunanan Road West Bridge has been closed for 30 years. We need to rebuild that bridge and reopen that road. Residents of Mary Street, Daniel Street, Dalu Road, Beddoe Street, Johnson Street, in Gasparilla, they want an end to flooding. The roads in Talparo and Caparo, Ravinsab, Castlefield need repairing. Brickfield needs representation for our fishermen and for their community center. Orange Valley fishermen need representation too. People in San Fabian Road need pipe-borne water. And if we want to change these things, only the ILP candidates, ILP councillors, ILP aldermen will work for you the way Jack Warner works. I want to introduce to you now our third and final batch of candidates for Couva Tabakit. Please welcome Mrs. Cynthia Phillip, Calibe, Calcutta number 3, Macbean. Cynthia was born and raised in Couva. She holds a Bachelor of Laws degree and is pursuing a Master's in International Business Law. She's a part-time law lecturer. She has been part of a family that has had business interests in Couva for the past 27 years. And that is Stay Cool Limited. Give another round of applause to Cynthia Phillip, Calibe, Calcutta number 3, Macbean. Our next candidate is Patrina Mark Bascom, Claxton Bay Point up here. Patrina is a 28-year-old professional wife and mother of one. She has a certificate in psychology and is a student of the University of the West Indies pursuing a degree in psychology. Our next candidate is Mr. Ian C. Narain, Freeport, Chickland. Ian C. Narain is a self-employed businessman. He was born, grew up in Three Roads Junction, Mission Road, Freeport. Our fourth candidate of this batch is Mr. Wendel Mohammad, Perseverance, Waterloo. Wendel is a customer service representative at one of the largest machine equipment companies in central Trinidad. He hails from Bank Village, Waterloo, and wants to channel his passion for his community into service. And our 14th and final candidate for Couva Tabakit is Mr. Harish Parag Singh, St. Mary's, Castlefield. Harish hails from Fireborn Road, Arena, Freeport. He's an avid community worker for 13 years and is an active member of the Freeport Community Action Police Project. Let us welcome back to the front Ms. Cynthia Phillip, candidate for Calibe, Calcutta number 3, Macbean, to bring greetings to us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. ILP people, how are you feeling tonight? Honorable leader of the ILP, Mr. Austin Jack Warner, the David who slew Goliath. Our leader is about the power of love and not the love for power. Deputy Political Leader, Ms. Anna Dear Narain Rampasad, other members of the head table, my fellow candidates. Tonight, we are humbled to be afforded the opportunity to serve our people, our party, and by extension, our country. We had the opportunity of walking the length and breadth of Mr. Warner's constituency in the last by-election, and we saw in him the elements of a true leader. My brothers and sisters, my name is CRA Phillip. But tonight is not about me. I want to ask you a question. How many times have you seen your local government representatives since the last election? Or should I say your previous representatives? Do you even know their names? But they will come to you now, you know. Let them know that you are no longer dry yellow grass, but you are now green. Tonight I speak on behalf of the candidates selected for the Couva Tabakit Talparo Corporation. We will be committed to serving you so as to improve your lives in the areas of infrastructure. By this, I mean roads, drainage, bridges, the things you long for. No longer will it flood after 2 minutes of rain. We will also be catering to the social development needs of our people. After all, we want America's bacon shack in Calibe. We want a wholesale market in Couva. And I would like to publicly thank you, Mr. Warner, for reposing in us the confidence to sit in a position where we can now uplift the lives of our burgesses. My brothers and sisters, by now you are asking, what are our plans for you? Well, first of all, I believe that education is a beacon of light for a better and brighter tomorrow. And the ILP will not only focus on building schools, but delivering quality education within the walls of the institution. We will also look at a holistic approach in educating the young people of the area by setting up programs in the community centers to learn life skills, human relation development, good manners, the arts. My friends, speaking about arts, is Renzi Complex our performing arts center? Port of Spain has Napa, South has Sapa, now Central wants Kappa, the Central Academy of Performing Arts. My friends, the sentiments echoed is employment. Employment has to be key on our agenda. There are many young people out there who receive below the minimum wage for up to 12 hours of labor. This must be addressed, and it will be, under the ILP. Thirdly, my dear electorates, crime is on our front burner. Your safety is paramount to us. Like the previous administration with all the failed crime plans, and the present one who promised us they would do better, they have all been broken, just like they will leave your treasury. So come, let us work together with the ILP and ensure our safety. Under the ILP and Mr. Warner, we will now change the way we view local government election. No longer will you have to peep and run after your representative, or if you know somebody, you get an appointment. My brothers and sisters, we will now make the appointment to see you. Whether it is monthly, weekly, or as Mr. Warner would have it daily. And I know if I give him a chance, he will say every hour, because remember, he's a lagahoo. Mr. Warner, we would now like to let you know that you have now added 136 lagahoos to your slate. We will roam and walk the streets night and day to ensure you, the ILP people, see your way. So my friends, come October 21st, let us make that change. Let us vote to your right to life. It's your right to know, enshrined in the Constitution. So knock, knock. Mr. Warner and the ILP are at your door. I beg you, please open, let us in. Let's get rid of that taxi with the 4 flat tires. Because, my friends, this is one jack he ain't getting borrowed. My friends, this is your jack. Let him know the Green Brigade has rolled in and we are going to take our country back. And before I end tonight, we have to remind them, like they forget, let us remind them that we did it in Shogunas West. Let me hear you, my friends. We did it in Shogunas West. And you know what? We coming for the rest. God bless you, Mr. Warner. God bless the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and I thank you.
Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Listen.
Thank you, Sintra. Let me ask you something. Sintra is an LLB graduate pursuing a master's in international business law. She's a law lecturer part-time. You put Sintra next to taxi. That's chalk and cheese. That is the kind of representative who will take your community places. They all are. My friends, our next speaker needs no introduction. She's a young, bright and prominent lawyer, and she is one of 2 deputy political leaders in the ILP. Please let us welcome to the microphone Mrs. Anna Deonarain Rampersad.
Opposition for the people, do you care? Yeah. Will you tell me that you represent? I really want to see some evidence. In freedom, this is evidence. So bring it from your soul. Whoa. What love is the anthem? Whoa. What love is the anthem?
Cause this is carnival, where we come
The Honorable Interim Political Leader of the ILP, Mr. Jack Austin Warner, distinguished colleagues at the head table, the next councillors for the Couva Tabakit Talparo Regional Corporation, my friends, brothers and sisters. Tonight we meet in what was once the sugar belt of Trinidad and Tobago. We are in what is considered to be another of the UNC's heartland. Their headquarters is located a stone's throw away from where we stand tonight. And Couva and its environs hold a special place in my heart for many reasons. One of which was that I attended the Holy Faith Convent, the school right behind the stage, for 7 years. So I grew up in Couva. But the other and more important reason stems from the closure of Caroni Limited and the effect that this closure is having